Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So we're starting out in Salmon Arm, British Columbia, and we're going to be heading towards Highway 97. That's the Okanagan Highway that goes between Vernon and Kamloops. We're going to go to the junction of Salmon River Road and Highway 97. So it's kind of a shortcut or a secondary way to get over to that Highway 97 from this highway. This is highway number 1 of the Trans-Canada. So typically people will turn before Salmon Arm. The highway goes down through Enderby and then into Vernon that way, but this is another direction you can go. You could also stay on this highway, highway number 1, and head towards Kamloops that way, but this is just another direction. We're going to be going through an area that's actually evacuated right now for a forest fire, a White Rock Lake forest fire. At this point right here, this isn't an evacuated area, but that's where all the smoke is coming from, primarily that fire. There's a number of other fires going on right now in this area, but yeah, it's primarily that White Rock Lake fire that's going to be the smoke we're seeing. This is the very end of July, so like the last of July, and this forest fire got a lot worse a week later, and it actually crossed Highway 97. But this road here, we're on Salmon River Road. It changes its name a bunch of times, but see, there's a bunch of 90-degree corners there. That's every time it goes around one of those, it's going to change its name. So right now it just switched to 10th Avenue Southwest, which is just a short little stint. And then this is going to be 50th Street Southwest. So like I say, it started out as Salmon River Road when we left highway number 1. You probably saw the construction going on there, so that interchange is going to change a little bit in the next year or two, I would imagine, so it won't look like that exactly if you come through even next summer. So these little straight stretches that they have here, they get progressively shorter as you go in this direction, and they kind of catch you off guard if you're not paying attention, because they are 90 degrees. One of them's got a stop sign on it, but yeah, most of them you just carry on around the corner. That mountain on the left there, that's Mount Ida, and that's old volcano apparently. Nothing that's been active for a long time, but so they find some pretty neat rocks and stuff up there, apparently. So this is the corner that has a stop sign on it. It never used to, but I think there were a few accidents because it carries on. If you were to go left, that goes into Salmon Arm. So yeah, so remember to stop there. But this is now going to be 50th Avenue Southwest. First little bit here, there's a number of farms and that, and lots of dairy operations that suddenly been built here in the last 5 years or so. There's at least 2, I think, that are pretty new, but lots of hay fields and that sort of stuff as well. There was a bad forest fire here in the late 90s that actually jumped this valley. So it was on the right-hand side, the mountains over there, which are called the Fly Hills, and it burned this whole hillside in front of us, and a number of homes and that. Yeah, so that whole hillside there, that mountainside, that was all burned, and most of those trees you see are actually quite small. So I'm just going from memory, I think it was about 89, I think. No, 98, sorry. 98. Yeah, it's quite bad though. So there's a few houses in that are kind of close to this road that never got damaged just because of the irrigated fields and that, but any of the houses that were up close to the hillsides on either side, they burned. And it's pretty bad. So this road just changed there, right in the middle of the road. It was 80th Street Southwest and just changed over to back to Salmon River Road. So that's the road we started out on, but the names do weird things around Salmon Arm. The roads all have different names, all keep changing and stuff. So I did this drive, part of this drive, the other direction in the spring, and yeah, it was a couple months ago, but quite a bit different looking now. So this route typically takes a half an hour according to Google. I'm a little surprised that it's that long. I would say more like 20 minutes, but yeah, maybe half an hour. But if you were pulling a trailer or you had an RV or something, this is so much nicer of a road to go than the highway, which is just packed with trucks and other RVs and stuff. But or if you're on a motorcycle, if you have a motorcycle, this is a really popular route for people riding motorbikes and that. This little community here, I think they're called Silver Creek, I think. Little store there, looks like some gas pumps. On the hillside on the right there is, up above there's another road called Yankee Flats, and it parallels this road. Actually, this might be the turnoff for it where that cement truck came out. Yeah, so right there, if you turn up there, that's Yankee Flats, and it basically comes out almost where we're going to end this. So if you wanted to, you could always take a different route. So we keep going over these bridges, and that's actually the Salmon River. And it just keeps crisscrossing. Which actually in the springtime can get really high and flood in a few areas along here. Actually, I think that's part of the reason for that construction right in Salmon Arm. That where we turned off, that pretty much is right where the river is, and it floods the highway, or comes really close to it usually every few years. So I think they're looking at a better way for the highway to cross the river there. It was primarily all that construction. They built like a little bridge, I guess. It's, well, not really, but fairly wide bridge. You can kind of see the on-ramps and stuff there. This road's quite windy in places along here. That's kind of what makes it interesting. So if you don't like windy roads, this would be the way to go. But I think for the most part the road's in good condition, so that's probably why it's popular with guys on motorcycles. Not a lot of room for error if you aren't paying attention. You end up a little side there, I guess. So I think this area right here is all evacuated, or at least it's on standby for that forest fire. Pretty sure it's evacuated at this point. If you were to take the turn off to the left here, coming up right there, it's going to head towards Armstrong right there. And the one on the right, that's Yankee Flats, so that's the other road. That's where it comes out. Well, we're almost up to the highway here. So probably going to cut it off here in just a couple minutes, and we'll pick up the next time we'll pick it up right here at the junction and drive through to Falkland. So if you like this kind of thing, think about subscribing, Give it a like if you like this type of stuff as well. Appreciate it. And other than that, take care and we'll catch you on the next one.